Something funny you can do here with Chunky and these rocks is you can stack them, but not like I did when I was going to Fungi Forest early, but on the ground below here. For some reason, if you drop a rock down here, it doesn't explode, it just lands on the ground normally. So I'm going to do that with this one first of all. Then I'm going to run back and grab the other one. And this is going to have a pretty funny side effect in just a second. Gonna make the long journey back. He moves so slow when he's holding stuff. So I'm gonna drop this one, hopefully on top of the one that I just dropped. Then I'm gonna drop down myself and see if they're stacked. They are. So here's the funny thing, if you try and lift up the bottom one, the top one stays. I'll just throw this away because I don't want it anymore. And you can kind of just jump through it and stuff, and it looks really goofy. If you like press B in the air, he'll also pick it up. So yeah. For this next glitch I'm going to be hunky chunky, and I'm also going to have infinite crystal coconuts turned on because I captured all the fairies anyway, so I earned the ability to use this cheat, and it's just a demonstration, so it's no big deal. It'd be really difficult to show this off effectively without infinite crystal coconuts. So I want to take him back into the main area, which means I gotta glitch through this beehive again. Okay, cool. So it's over here. So now that I'm back in here, I want to pick up this rock over here, which used to have a golden banana in it. Of course it has nothing in it now, but it's still going to be really helpful. I'm going to run over to this wall, I'm going to put the rock like inside it so it's like merged with it, and when it disappears I'm going to slowly walk across the edge, and when I get next to the water, when I turn around the rock should be gone, and I am now Frankenchunky. I mean, this in itself is hilarious, this is a cool glitch, but it's not the only thing I wanted to show off. There's something else you can do which is really cool as well. Like I'm in this tunnel, I can jump out of bounds over this wall, because obviously you're never supposed to come here as Hunky Chunky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to constantly alternate between the loading zone in this tunnel and the one for the main level. And this might look silly at first, it might look like there's no point to it, but what's actually happening is that since the rock is invisible, it's actually reloading every single time I enter the main area. And in just a short while you'll notice that the game will start to lag a lot more because the rock has been loaded so many times. I'm only going to keep this up for a little while, I probably will do it for longer but cut some of it out, because it will go on for quite a bit to get the full effects of what I'm trying to show off here. So I've now been doing this for several minutes, probably about 6 or 7. As you can see, the game is incredibly laggy. Every time this area loads, Chunky is shooting forward a ridiculous amount. That's because, as far as the game knows, he's holding maybe like a couple hundred, maybe not that much, maybe about 100 like rocks. They've all been loaded into this invisible rock, and it's really causing this area to lag. So I'll keep it going for a little bit longer. I don't want to do it too much because the game will crash eventually, but I don't think I'm anywhere close to that point just yet. Of course I'm being careful as well not to touch the void out here because I really don't want to die after doing this for so long. But yeah, the game's getting pretty restless right now. I might have to go back in bounds shortly. Do it a couple more times. See, like I'm getting so close where like he's moving so fast that he might actually just land in the water. He might get forced straight through the boundary as soon as this place loads. So yeah, it's really laggy right now. You'll see just how laggy it is in a couple of seconds. I'll do it 5 more times, I guess. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be the last one. So I'm now FRANKENCHUNKY again, but it's a lot laggier. The game is really choppy, as you can probably tell. He's not quite fast enough to walk through any wall yet, but we'll get to that in a second. So if I just press B, actually I'm just going to jump in the water instead, because that gets rid of the boulder and it's even laggier in here, I think. Look how far his long jumps are going. And I want to be careful not to hit any loading zones because I'll lose all of this. I'm going to switch back to regular Chunky, and I need to be a little careful here, because when I enter this tag barrel the game might slow down a lot. Hopefully it won't crash, because I want to switch to DK. Yeah, it's just like really slow. Look at this. And I don't want to pause the game because that can also crash it, but I'll probably do that at the end of this. As you can see, DK is moving a lot quicker than he usually does because of the lag. His kicks don't really look that different right now, but if I were to add something else to it, like maybe some oranges, he shoots far ahead. Let's try it from the top of a tree. And my timing was a bit bad there. I'm going to try that again. Oh, he slapped. I don't want that to happen. Fortunately, I've got infinite oranges on, so should be good. Oh yeah, here we go. It's flying across the level. That's what I wanted to show off. And like I said, if you enter a loading zone, this gets cancelled. Tag barrels don't count because they're not really a loading zone. If you exit the level, it gets cancelled. So let's see what Diddy can do. Alright, let's see how his chimpy charges. That's pretty far. Oh my god, I need to space them out a little more. They're colliding with each other in the air. So what else can I show off? Oh, I know what I can show off. Hope the banana porter doesn't crash the game. Actually, I'm not going to take the banana porter, I'm going to show something else. Look how fast he climbs up this vine. Oh, I guess it's not that fast. I remember it being a lot faster when I'd messed around with this glitch before. But whatever. I can easily walk through pretty much every sloped wall. Of course, this one was already weak, so that's probably why. Anyway, the thing I want to show off. Gotta go up here. I'm gonna do a moon kick when it's like this. So let's just practice it a little bit. So yeah, just nothing abnormal about this, just a regular moon kick. But if I throw oranges into the mix, when I do the kick, then he's gonna literally go to the moon. Of course, the lag makes it really hard to actually start the kick. Look at this. No, you can't like easily do the aerial attack because there's just not enough time because the game's lagging so much. This is so stupid. Okay. Okay. I would have liked to have done that a little earlier, like for the explosion to go off as I was like elevating. Oh man, I fell through the level. Did not mean for that to happen. That's actually even better than what I was trying to do. So now I'm in here. The game also lags more when there's rain on screen, so I'm gonna go and see Cranky's area and see what happens. Look at this, look how fast he's moving. I wonder if I can get into Ramby's area, just normally. Maybe I can kick through. That's definitely gotta be possible. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow, where am I? Wow. You went pretty far there. Uh-oh. I can't get out of see-up mode. Yeah, there's that big beaver. I guess he causes lag too. Look how slow this is. Of course, the cutscene is not laggy at all. I wonder if that reset anything actually. That'd be kind of lame if it did. Nope, it didn't. Awesome. So slow. I wonder if I can clip out of bounds with him. Probably not. Like, he's fast, but he's not that fast. There's a door I never opened. Whatever. Let's just go back to DK. It's pretty hard to do a moon kick there normally, but because of all the lag, it's a lot easier. So I'm gonna try pause the game now. Yeah, that took a really long time. Let's see if I can crash the game. Maybe not. Maybe it's not quite laggy enough to crash it, but it certainly can be done. And now I hit the void because I went through the wall. So yeah, very laggy, very cool glitch. Something funny that you can do in Jungle Japes involves Ramby the Rhino, and basically what I'm going to try and do is take him into the main area of the level, a place where he's never supposed to be, and it has some pretty funny results, so I'm going to try and do that right now. In order to do this, the first thing I need to do is go out of bounds like I have done, and swim around the back of the mountain, so I can get inside this tunnel, the one that leads to Cranky's area. Just need to make sure I can actually see what I'm doing. And as usual, you can't swim through the floor, you have to go through the wall. So I'm going to try and get this beaver to hit me when I'm in the air, so I can become skewered. I need to make sure he goes away first though, so I can get into position. And he doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, there we go. So now DK is nice and skewed. Something funny about this actually, if you pull out the gun when he's like this, it points upwards, but the coconuts still go horizontally. That's pretty silly. But yeah, enough of that. I'm here to go and get Ramby, so I can probably just walk right through this instead of having to open the gate. Or maybe not actually, this gate's kind of weird for that. I don't know. Yeah, like I can walk through the wall, so I don't know why the gate didn't work, but good thing for us, the skew carries over to Ramby, who looks completely absurd right now. But that's pretty normal for this game at this point, as I'm sure we've all seen in the main playthrough. So yeah, he's kind of merged with the ground, but that's not important. The reason that I have to have him skewed is so that I can take him past the little loading zone that I just got caught in. Oh, it's no big deal, I can just run back and get him again. But yeah, the idea is just to clip out of bounds with Rambi and take him past that part. And this means that I can take him into the main area, which has some pretty ridiculous results. So let's just go straight there. It's funny because you only have to be slightly out of bounds for this to actually work. Like if I just pop through this wall right here and just go straight along here, I'm already past it. I can just head in here. Now, Rambi is never supposed to swim, so he's kind of just walking about even though he's underwater. I've lost the skew, by the way, or if I haven't I'm going to lose it right now by jumping, because I don't need it anymore. I need to stay in this area. So yeah, what's funny about this is he's pretty much DK. Like when he's in the water he swims at DK speed, and he jumps at DK's height and everything like that, because obviously when you switch to Rambi you are DK. I'm not sure what happens if you glitch in there as another Kong and become Rambi then. I think it probably still gives you DK's properties, but who knows. Obviously if you hold B on the surface of the water he paddles faster, which looks even sillier. But yeah, the problem now is actually to get out of the water, because his jump is really small and he can't grab on ledges like the Kongs can. So what am I going to do? Also he can't grab this vine. He's pretty useless to be honest, but there is a way to get him back onto land. If I swim through this wall, which thank God still works as Rambi. I can't enter this loading zone, at least not easily. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to head over here to where this golden banana was for DK. And as soon as I'm in here I'm going to jump so that I'm standing on this ground and I can walk out of bounds here, which means I'm at the height of that ground. As long as I don't hit the water I should be good. I want to get over to this area on this side of the water, and what I want to do now is to get him up here. Like as you can see he's kind of close, but it is possible to jump through there, but it's really hard. Fortunately you can skid jump as Rambi, which makes it pretty easy to get up there as long as you can do the skid jump well. Which is pretty hard, I guess. When you hear him do that little grunt, you know you've not done it. Okay, I got it there, but I was too slow, and the camera is kind of shitty here because of the fixed camera just over there. And of course you don't want to go too far out of bounds because you'll just die if that happens and you'll go back to being DK. So now that I'm here I can easily run up this ramp. If you take long to run up it, he obviously will just start sliding down, which is another animation you should never have, so let's look at this. His legs go up in the air, God knows why. We'll be seeing more of that nonsense in just a second. So you can't really get up this hill because it's so steep, but if you just like press B a bunch of times he actually will make it up there, no problem. So the last thing I want to show off as Rambi is what happens when you go in the cannon. Now brace yourself because it's absolutely ridiculous and you're probably going to laugh a lot when you see this. He is now stuck like this. I can't really control him. Like when he hits a wall I can move him a little bit, but he pretty much goes until he hits another wall. And yeah, he's stuck like this now until he hits something, so I guess he's probably going to hit the water very slowly. I can't pan the camera out or anything. The only way to get out of this if you get stuck against the corner is to press Z and C right, and that transforms you back into DK, which I can also do here. And yeah, that's pretty much Rambi's only use as far as glitching goes, but it's a really funny one, so I thought it was worth showing off. This next glitch that I'm going to show off is really loud when it happens, so, you know, don't say I didn't warn you. What I'm going to try and do is, I'm going to try and play his instrument on the same frame that he touches the water, and that's going to have a really weird effect. I'll tell you what happens first before I actually do it. Basically, for every single frame during the cutscene where he's playing his trombone, the game is going to act like I've just touched the water for the first time, so it's going to pretty much play the splash sound over and over and over for the entire cutscene, and it's going to cause a lot of lag. And the timing is really frame perfect, so let's just try this. That was too slow, he went into C-up mode. There's nothing wrong with your TV or your monitor or anything, this is just the water sound being played every single frame of this cutscene. As you can see it's really laggy. I'm going to hold B so that he swims really fast. You'll see him kind of shoot off for a half second. Like that. Now the game's back to normal.
Welcome to bonus stage. Welcome to bonus stage.